I'm Satyen Gupta, Honorary Secretary General of NGN Forum in India. I also worked with British Telecom as their Chief Regulatory Advisor, as well as Telecom Regulatory Authority of India as the Principal Advisors of Fixed Network, Converged Networks and Interconnection. Regarding 4G, as we have been hearing about this in the country for last 3 years after the spectrum auction by the name BWA was done, the ground reality or the actual uptake of the services based on 4G are yet to take the shape what we were expecting or what was desired of this. To start with, first of all, we have to know what exactly is the 4G. It is the fourth generation of the mobile access, a upgradation over 2G, 3G and 4G. The main differentiating factor or the USP of 4G is its very high data rate in the hand of the customers, and which boast of going up to 100 Mbps and beyond. So basically, for all practical purpose, the 4G will be treated as a broadband or a data access service more than the voice, though some variants of 4G also supports voice directly or indirectly. So here we want to analyze what has been done, what is happening and what is required to be done to make 4G a success. On the services front, as mentioned, the 4G can enable lot of emerging services which are requiring high speed data. So the conventional service specific license does not serve the purpose. That is why there has been work in progress on what is called unified licensing regime. Government has been talking about it and working on it for last 2 to 3 years, but the final guidelines for such license which will permit a operator to provide any services which its network and its resource permit is yet to see the light of the day. And because of that, there is lot of uncertainties for the operators having the 4G spectrum and network to offer various services in the fear of whether he is allowed to provide those services or not. And unified license will actually sort out all these issues. In addition, there are issues or the gray areas regarding the security monitoring and lawful interception of the services which 4G can provide. As per the law of the land, any traffic which flows over the network of a licensee has to be capable of being monitored by the security agencies in its readable format. So that brings lot of restriction on the services which can be provided by an operator, not because of the limitation of his network, but because of the limitation with the security agencies to intercept those type of services and make sense of the traffic when they need it. That is another gray area. So from the regulatory or the policy side, more and more encouragement, more and more clarification in the license agreement are required so that the operator can make full use of its network. Now on the operators front themselves, the operators which bought the 4G spectrum 3 years back through a open auction are always affected by what is called the winner's curse, which means that most of the money of the operator goes in acquiring the resource called spectrum, and he is left with no money to roll out the network for the 4G, which also is quite cost incentive and need what is called a very large chunk of capex. For this purpose, we have to use two techniques or two methodology. One is the managed services, which have been actually used in 2G mobile revolution, and other is what is called infrastructure sharing. The infrastructure sharing basically makes use of the existing infrastructure in the optimum manner, provided the one operator is permitted all its infrastructure, active or passive, with the another one, so that the new operator gets what is called a build or buy option. In that direction also there are lot of gray areas, though the passive infrastructure sharing has been already permitted, but on the active side, in principle it has been permitted, but the guidelines are yet to be issued. So that itself put a restriction on the operator to make best use of their infrastructure by optimally sharing it. So that also has to be clarified. Hopefully, by the new unified licensing regime, all these issues are likely to be sorted out and clarified, and then we can actually see the real growth of 4G services in the country. Thank you.